guys, it's your girl Kobe and I am back with another video.
Mama said there'd be boys like you, tearing my heart in two, doing what you do.
Today, as you can tell by the mother title, let me stop. Today I'm going to be giving you guys tips on how to forgive yourself. You guys know how like you'll do something wrong and then you'll just constantly just blame yourself. But what you guys need to realize is everybody makes mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes. There's no one to make mistakes. You crazy if you don't make mistakes, honestly. But I'm gonna be giving you guys tips on how to forgive yourself, how to not hold on to past mistakes and things you've done in the past, and how to not let it control your life, kind of. Get what I'm saying? But before we get into this video, I do need you guys to like and subscribe. Don't forget to comment down some video suggestions in the comments. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram _Kobe Butler if you do want to see more of me. But oh, I gotta give a shout out. Alright, so I do want to give a huge motherfucking shout out to Shadow Gotcha Life. What is that? XD Animations. Shout out to you for showing me love. Thank you for showing me love. I subscribed to your channel. Thank you for being subscribed, turning on notifications. Thank you for being a part of this family, alright? And if you do want a shout out, all you have to do is like this video, be subscribed, turn on post notifications, and then comment in this video when you did that, and I'll give you a shout out in my next video, alright? So let's just get right into this video. Alright guys, so I'm gonna be giving you guys 12 tips on how to forgive yourself, or practicing on how to forgive yourself. So the first step to forgiving yourself is definitely try to focus on your emotions. Recognize how you're feeling. Recognize what's making you feel this way, how you're feeling, what triggered it. You have to accept your feelings. You have to accept how you feel about yourself and how a certain situation made you feel. Okay, so the second tip that I have for you guys is definitely to acknowledge it out loud, okay? If you make a mistake and you find it difficult to let go of that mistake you made, you have to acknowledge it. You have to look at your phone. Try to recognize what you did learn from the mistake. I mean, there's pros and cons to making mistakes. There's stuff that you did wrong, you could do differently, but there's also like a lesson that you learned in that mistake. You have to recognize what the lesson was in that mistake to fully try to heal from that, okay? Third tip on how to forgive yourself is just try to think of every mistake as a learning lesson. This is like the main thing. Just think of it as a learning lesson. Like, you've learned something out of it. You made a mistake. You learned your lesson. Move on. Do better next time. Okay, so the next tip is you could try to put it on hold. Some people may say this isn't really the best idea, but you could try to put those feelings on hold. Try to if it's really like hurting you now, put it on hold until you feel strong enough to come forward with what you did. And, you know, honestly, you can handle it when it benefits you, when it feels like it benefits you. It's your mistake. You can acknowledge it when you're ready. Nobody else can tell you, oh, you made this mistake, you have to live up to it right now. No, it's your mistake, your mind, your thinking process. If you want to put it on hold for a few minutes, few days, few hours, few years, whatever, when it comes time to benefit you, when it's a lesson that you, let's say you did a mistake and it's not a lesson you needed to learn at that moment, you can put it on hold and be like, all right, it's 2 years ago. I remember what I did 2 years ago. This is a good lesson that I learned 2 years ago. Now it's coming into play. Now it's benefiting me. Now I'm like, okay, I'm not going to make that same mistake I made 2 years ago. If that makes sense. I don't know if that made sense, but yeah. So the next tip is to try to understand yourself. Try to identify your thinking patterns, how you think, how you self-sabotage, so you can know what not to do, when to do it, how to do it. The sixth tip is try to recognize when you are being harsh on yourself, when you are self-sabotaging, when you are being critical, being self-critical, when you're making yourself feel less of a person. It's good to recognize that, write it down so you know, hey, maybe I should stop doing this. I'm making myself feel bad about this, but there's no reason for that. Especially if you know you already learned your lesson from a mistake. There's no reason to be self-critical on yourself because you already learned your lesson. There's no reason to keep it going, to prolong all of that when you already learned your lesson. Okay, so this is kind of like an exercise that you can do if you do find that you're being self-critical a lot. Is you can on one side of paper you could write down what your inner self is saying about yourself, what you're critiquing yourself about, and then on the other side you could write a self-compassion and rational response for each thing that you wrote on the other side. So let's say you're like, all right, I'm stupid because I did this, but you have to like put down the reasons why you did it and why it was a good reason to do it. I mean, yeah, it's a mistake, but there has to be a reason why you did that, why you made that choice, why you did that. I guess in your mind, it was like at that moment, it was a good idea. So kind of write down why you thought it was a good idea at the time or why you did what you did. Try to like build yourself up. Like you had a good reason for that. It wasn't all bad. Like, and once again, a lesson came out of it. You learned. Okay, so the next tip is definitely be clear about what you want from this. If what you did hurt somebody else, if you feel like you should apologize to that person, apologize to them. Okay, if what you did hurt somebody else, and if you feel like you need to apologize to them, try to like determine what the best way to go about it is. All right, so think about what your next actions are gonna be, how you're gonna handle it, how you're gonna make things better for the next time, you know, the same situation comes around. Another thing you do is try to fix the mistake you've made, especially if it has to do with somebody else. If you hurt somebody else, try to fix the mistake you did, try to make amends. And I'm not just saying just say sorry. No, saying you can say sorry, yes, that's the first step, but that is not how you truly show that you're sorry about that. Like, you can say sorry all day, every day, and then make the same mistake over. Honestly, try to fix it, take the steps that you think is good to try to fix it, try to make amends with this person. And then once you do that, you'll start to feel better about yourself. You're not as bad as they thought you was, or whatever the case may be. You did a good thing. You made sure they were good. You made sure they were feeling better. So now it's making you feel better because you're not leaving them to be hurt about what you did, about something you did. You're fixing your mistakes, okay? Okay, so the next tip is try to definitely take your own advice. Like, you all know when a friend comes to you, be like, well, I did this. How do I make this work? And we all give them advice. You give them advice. Try to use your own advice. If you think that's a good thing, if you're telling your friend that's how they should do it, maybe that's how you should try to do it. You're giving your friend advice. Take your own advice. So the 10th tip is definitely stop playing it over in your head. Stop thinking about it. Stop stressing over it. Stop, like I said before, stop trying to prolong it. Stop trying to keep it in the back of your head. Like, move on, honestly. Like, once you make amends or once you fix the situation, definitely try to move on, live your life. Try not to make the same mistake over again, okay? So the next tip is definitely try to show compassion and kindness. If you find that when you make a mistake, the first thing you do is critique yourself, try to be compassionate. Try to be kind to yourself, okay? Because once again, you need to realize that everybody makes mistakes. It's a part of life. It's going to happen. Don't beat yourself up with every mistake that you make. Definitely show yourself kindness. Understand that you are a person just like everyone else. You make mistakes, but that does not make you a bad person. That does not. Making mistakes does not make you a bad person. And that's what you need to realize. You need to realize that you are still a good person, even though you did make a mistake. Fix the mistake. Move on with your life. Be happy. The next step, this is actually the last tip I'm going to be giving you guys. If you do feel like you need this, you could seek professional help. Go see a psychiatrist. Talk to somebody about how you're feeling. Maybe they can give you advice if you feel like your own advice isn't the best. So maybe you can talk to them. They can give you advice on how they did it or how you can do it, or, you know, just talk to somebody. And it doesn't even have to be a psychiatrist. You can talk to your friend. You can talk to your mother. You can talk to your teacher, whatever it is. It doesn't gotta go see a counselor. You can talk to anybody, It really doesn't matter. You can go on the street, freaking be like, hey, bro. Like, you don't even gotta know the person. Just ask for advice or, like, ask for help. But that is pretty much it for this video. If you guys like this video, just let me know in the comments. If you thought I gave some good advice, I know it's kind of all over the place. I don't know if you guys understood half the things I was saying because I didn't really understand half the things I was saying. But if you do that, if you think that helped you out and you forgave yourself from this video, let me know in the comments. Alright, and that's pretty much it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to comment down some video suggestions you have in the comments. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram _KobeButler. And if you do want to shout out, all you gotta do is like this video, be subscribed, turn on post notifications, and comment when you did that. And I will be giving you a shout out in my next video. Also, don't forget to, guys, give me some video ideas, things you want me to do. Alright? And that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
He tryna 69 like Takashi, call him Papi, worth the ASAP, keep me rockin'.